The British Grand Prix earlier than ever before. Welcome to Silverstone, a former RAF base where we are about to see battle joined once more. For the third race running, it is Fabio Quartararo who is on pole position down towards turn number 1. Alex Marquez lies alongside him, alongside Pecco Bagnaia. For the first time this year, Marc Marquez is not on the front row of the grid. He's on row 2 alongside Felman Aldeguer and Jack Miller. Then it's Fabio Di Giannantonio, Luca Marini and Johan Zarco, Franco Morbidelli, Marco Bezzecchi and Alex Rins. And then it's Juan Mir alongside Pedro Acosta and Miguel Oliveira, Raul Fernandez, Anea Bashini and Maverick Vinales, Brad Binder, Lorenzo Salvadori, Alicia Spargo wildcarding, and Somkat Chancha in 22nd position. Ayagura out for the rest of the weekend as away we go here at Silverstone with overcast conditions and mixed weather expected. This is going to be the key factor. Welcome to the Tissot Sprint then for the Tissot British Grand Prix or the United Kingdom Grand Prix. A bit of a confusion about what the actual race name is here, as Formula 1 have claimed credit to the British Grand Prix. So this is actually the Tissot Grand Prix of the United Kingdom, as well as we're in a couple of bits of rights dispute, but this is still the British Grand Prix. Alongside me in the commentary box is Ian Birch standing in the corner, and this is it then. British Grand Prix motorcycle racing is always fun, Dad, and now we've got some action going. Hello.
Yeah, and as for it being the United Kingdom Grand Prix, we are the United Kingdom, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, as well as England, Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man, Isle of Wight.
Isle of Man kicks off next week.
Channel Islands.
The Channel Islands as well.
Gibraltar.
Yeah. Rockery?
The Rockery.
We're getting set then. Who do you think is going to be on?
And we're closer to the EU now.
We are, aren't we? Yeah. With the new agreements coming through, so everyone's a bit nicer with us at the moment.
But it might make it easier for motorsport.
Hopefully so. And it's actually made it more easier for the European Le Mans series, which has got to come through as well. So that's already a more thumbs-up approach than what we were expecting.
Yeah, they can use the E-gates.
Say again?
Everyone can use the E-gates.
Yes. Yeah.
As soon as it comes into force. Hang us straight.
Oh, what a run down as well in towards Stowe Corner, past Stowe School. You can just see behind the village there as well.
That's where my nephew used to teach geography.
They still do?
No, he's left. He's gone to school in Hammersmith or Kensington now.
Marc Marquez on 171 points. Alex Marquez on 149. There's a 22-point gap in the standings. As we come into it, there's rain in the year, and now I'm starting to get concerned about the possible flag-to-flag capabilities as well. If we do have to go flag-to-flag, we will explain the rules as we go, but right now it's just overcast conditions. We're about an hour away from Silverstone, and looking out my window, it's overcast here. It has been spitting, but the humidity is so strong here in the UK. If it hits the surface, it'll just burn away instantly. We shouldn't need the ability for a slick tyre to change to the wet. But here we go then. It's the Tissot Sprint for MotoGP. It is the British Grand Prix with wet weather in the air. Anything can happen, and it usually does. Fabio Quartararo on pole position for the third time. First time Marc's been off it. Revs are up. We're ready for a start. Lights on. Lights out! The British Grand Prix sprint is underway. Marc's not made a best getaway, but neither's Alex. Quartararo's jumped off into the lead. It's turn 1. Bagnaia's got the inside line into the braking zone. Right round the outside. Go on, Marc. Oh, wow. Marc Marquez makes it, but Alex is taken back into second. There's a rider off the circuit further back. It looked to be one of the KTMs. It's Alicia Spargo, who's had to go wide. Back on the inside line. There comes Fabio Di Giannantonio. Luca Marini's having to sit up a little bit as well in the middle of the field as they come up now towards Aintree and down the Wellington Straight. Look at the speed coming back as well. Marc's already on the back of Alex, but Fermin Aldeguer is under pressure as well from Jack Miller. Marc's on the inside line in towards Brooklands. And he's up into second place. Fourth to second by the end of the first sector. Quartararo leads the way at the moment as they come out of Luffield into Woodcote and over the national start-finish straight. It is Quartararo, Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia, Felmin Aldeguer, Jack Miller, Fabio Di Giannantonio, but for how long? Because Alex is looking on the inside line. Into Copse corner we go. Flick the bike in at around about a 60-degree angle. Just gently pull the throttle back as you hurtle down towards Maggotts and Beckett. It's a hard part of the circuit to get right on a Formula 1 car. Imagine what it's like in a motorcycle. They're all managing it so far. We saw Loris Baz here back in 2016 have a horrendous high side accident, but luckily all seems to be okay at the moment as the racing action continues on. And the race leads to Quartararo. He hasn't done what he's done before and lost him, but Mark's pulling to the inside down the hanger straight, and he's through. Mark leads before the end of the opening lap, and now Quartararo will have to see what he did the last 2 times before and get back. And Aleix Espargaro has dropped back again, now into 22nd position, so already a bit more change. Miller is ahead of Marini, Bezzecchi ahead of Mir, Salvadori and Aleix dropping back as well further as they come through side by side. This is Marini in a battle with Johan Zarco. Zarco ahead, Acosta's nearly there. Oh, Acosta touches the back as well of Luca Marini. 9 times out of 10 that's a dropper, and that was through Club Corner. Into Abu we go now for lap 2, and Alex Marquez back up into second position. Quartararo is down to third, now he's got Pecco there, so the status quo. Oh, Mark's gone too deep into the loop. Mark's gone way too deep, and that's given Alex Marquez the lead. Now, was that intentional or was it not? Is it tyre pressures again, or did Mark just go a little bit too deep? Quartararo and Bagnaia are right there as well. Look at the tyre compound differentials that we've got into play today as well. That also is going to be a factor in this race as we turn over to the correct timing towers. Through we come then into Brooklands once more, and then through Luffield, and there's a crash from the back. It's Brad Binder. Brad Binder down at the entry into Brooklands. He's up and running to get the bike, but that is Binder. Binned it, unfortunately. Di Giannantonio's on the back of Bagnaia as they come down in towards Copse Corner. Yellow flag, but Morbidelli's had good start, I would reckon. What do you make of that? Yeah,
Marquez, Alex Marquez in the lead at the moment. Mark Marquez and him seems to be swapping with Quartararo. You know, it's not a thing that you can save your tyres on. Although they might wear a bit towards the end, till 8, 9 or 10, you've just got to go flat out in a sprint, whether it's Formula 1 or MotoGP. He's in a good place in 4th with Digi behind him, and Jack Miller, our favourite, is in 6th place.
Tyre rules still apply here, as I'm just checking if our YouTube stream is okay. Yes, it is. Apologies if it is buffering for you as well. There is a bit of Wi-Fi issue as we're just checking. Yep, all okay now. So apologies for that little bit of a lull. It's due to the storm just coming above us. A big black cloud came out. Yeah, look, so Fermin Aldeguer got sent out wide. So did Marc Marquez. I wonder if there's a little bit of water, something down there at the braking zone into Village, which is turn 3. And look at that. That's Fabio Quartararo battling with Fabio Di Giannantonio because he's already been passed by Pecco Bagnaia down into turn 3.
It was lap 2, so it could be the tyres. The front tyre wasn't warmed up enough, you know, and holding the rear straight. So that's probably what happened.
We'll keep an eye on it as this race progresses on. Marc Marquez chasing down Alex. The gap at the moment is still critical. It's 0.215 of a second at the moment as they come through Brooklands. And then that's the tight, very tight hairpin at Brooklands now as it sort of comes up off the Wellington Straight into Luffield and then back out, open up the throttle through Woodcote. This is where we used to have side-by-side battles at the line, but we moved back away from the national pits, and that was Quartararo down at Abbey, went very, very deep and just allowed Bagnaia to come through, looking not to let Digi through as well. Bezzecchi's has got past as well, so Bezzecchi and Rins past Acosta. Acosta's dropped down a couple more places. Rins on a stunning drive right now. Didn't expect him to come through there as the race progresses on, as Village has been a crashing point for many throughout practice. Says Shakman as well. Hello to you as well. Yeah, everyone looking. Do the bikes have the same number of fuel? Can the team decide how much fuel to use? They can decide how much fuel to use. They do have to lift and save, but in MotoGP, mainly the issues is for the tyre pressures to make sure that they're not too low. If there's too low a tyre pressure, then there's a penalty that has to get applied post race as well. Alex Rins is dropping down the timing screen. Has Rins crashed? If he's crashed, has he gone down at Stowe? Because he's dropping down the timing screen, and it would be at Stowe Corner.
Which is strange because I was just about to say how good the amateurs were doing, and then Rins goes down.
that new V4. They haven't brought it in just yet. They've been testing it, but they have brought in new upgraded engines to their current spec. But the V4 Yamaha engine not coming in just yet. That we see when they were testing it. Rins has gone down, but is he still circulating? Rins has been, well, he's passed Ralph Fernandez, so I assume Rins is still circulating. He's completed the lap time. I reckon he's just gone wide as Quartararo under attack by Fabio Di Giannantonio, and he nerfs him out. Out the way, get out the way, he says. No, elbowing him, literally.
Fernandez has dropped back as well.
Right, so Fernandez down as well, and he was dropped down 12 places from where we started. Let's just get that sorted, actually, because we can actually see the grid position changes on our stream, and that's what we were waiting to turn on. There you have it for everyone watching along with us. So Alex up 1, Mark up 2, Bagnaia stays where he is, Quartararo down 3, Digi up 2, Zarco's up 2, Aldeguer down 3, Marini down as well, Acosta up 3. Up 3 for Bastianini and Vinales as well. So, yeah, everyone else is having a good start. But, yeah, Ralph Fernandez down 3. And Bezecchi's been passed by Marini now as well. As we see a replay. Well, that's not Gunther Steiner. There's Rins. Rins went straight on. And did he touch the air fence? Oh, he brushed it. So they've changed the gravel trap actually down there. So it's easy for the bikes to get out of it. But, yeah, Rins went straight on down at Stowe. And has regained the positions on the lap charts. Not too bad of a situation then as we take a look at the situation right now. It's just the block screen's bugging me because it's so many laps behind. So I'm just adjusting the block screen quickly.
Did you say Gunther Steiner?
Gunther Steiner's message, it came up on the board. It says Gunther Steiner came through.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Gunther's going to wave the checker flag. Is he there? Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him, no.
Yeah. It came up in the box. If anybody else spotted that, let me know. But Mark is catching Alex.
Very popular man, though, after the success of the TV series.
Yeah, he's touring the UK at the moment with his book that I've got actually upstairs. So it's a very popular iteration. If anybody wants to read it, I implore you to do so. It's very good. A lot of swearing, but then again, it is Gunther. You kind of go hand in hand with what to expect with the language.
Yeah, but you can't. He's so charismatic.
Yeah, he's done a lot, to be fair, for motorsport action. Quartararo still defending against Di Giannantonio as we're halfway through the sprint. Bit of sunshine coming through. Is Alex going to win his second sprint of the year? Go on.
Last thing I want to say about Gunther is that Sky Italia had him on, and he doesn't speak Italian.
No, he doesn't. That's always confused me that he never did as well. But with Mattia Binotto being one of his best friends. So, as things stand, it is Alex Marquez leading for Mark in second. Bagnaia is third. Fourth for Quartararo, fifth for Di Giannantonio, sixth for Miller, seventh for Zarco, eighth for Aldeguer, ninth for Bezecchi, and Marini is in 10th position. As well, 11th for Costa, Mia in 12th, and the timing screen's getting further and further down with the gaps coming through that I can read as we're looking at the aerial shot of Alex and Mark, and then the head-on shot down the hanger straight with the grass looking a little bit worse for wear. This is what happens when we come here out of season. The grass is not green at the moment, and side by side, Di Giannantonio lunges up the inside of Quartararo. A nice move into Stowe as they go down towards the Vale chicane to complete the lap. So Digi now moves up into 4th place. Quartararo down into 5th, and he's got a second of a gap to Jack Miller, who runs in 6th position.
We're not like other European countries who paint their grass.
I was wondering, yeah, well, it's a bit worse for wear, Silverstone in May, and I still don't know why we're here, to be fair, as MotoGP tries to shift to a bank holiday, but it's a race day, and have you seen the grandstands? Do you know how many people Silverstone can hold?
About 120,000.
Would you like to know how many people are there this weekend?
About 50.
Today, there is 25,000 people there. Do you know what the weekend attendance is in total? 71,000.
Yeah, we've always been a Formula One. It's always been a Formula One circuit, but it's still amazing for bike racing.
Just to let you know, the timing sectors during the race aren't available. They glitch a little bit. I will put them on, but they're not the greatest.
I think if we had, I think it was better during Cal's years. And when you go
Yeah,
back
we do
to
that.
Barry Sheen and that, it was really good. But the British riders tend to be World Superbikes rather
And
than
that's-
MotoGP.
And having done the World Superbikes, I can tell you how big of a crowd you get at Donington. Brilliant move from Johan Zarco. Inside line coming into Maggott and Beckett on Jack Miller. And Zarco, the winner of the French Grand Prix, is absolutely flying through there. Nice move. Having done the World Superbikes last season, I can tell you how packed Donington actually gets.
You go back 10 or so years, and there was a Welsh track going to be built,
The Circuit Wales, yeah.
MotoGP were going to go there, and I think that you know
Killed it, really, didn't it? Yeah.
killed the idea of the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.
Aldeguer's got through on with Bezecchi on Miller, so Miller's dropped down a bit, but now Aldeguer's dropped back coming to the Vale chicane, so it's Zarco 6th, Bezecchi 7th. 8th on the run, now goes Miller, and 9th for Aldeguer.
And the reason that when
Oh, and
Silverstone
Aldeguer way wide at turn 1. Go on, it's fine.
Silverstone came to the rescue after the Welsh track wasn't built,
Yeah. Funding's just got held up.
as Silverstone always does. It opens its
Donington.
doors to everything.
Donington.
From classics to things.
Yeah.
It's that and Donington are the main tracks in this country.
What I was saying was, do you remember when Donington was supposed to host Formula 1 and he couldn't do it, ran into the money debts? with
Yeah,
Paul
I mean,
Woodcroft and-
Brands is too small.
can't hold anything anymore.
Yeah, but Donington and Donington's got so much potential if you
Yeah.
needed to.
Having been to both Donington, been both to Silverstone and to Brands, I can tell you that Brands is tiny now. It's so tiny.
And if the most famous British Grand Prix in Formula One was at Donington
93.
when Senna.
Yeah. And let me tell you something, you still experience that there. There's still, you can still feel it, the energy around there, the buzz you get at Donington is unbelievable. And I did think actually when I was standing in the commentary box as well, it's a new pit build, but it's on the old pit lane just above it. So I was thinking, I wonder which garage Senna was in just as you were walking through, because it's a new build for the media centre that they built on top, but the garage is the same as it was back in '93. They've just been upgraded a bit. As we see, this is Digi catching on Bagnaia, but not much happening. How is the gap so big from second? Let's have a look. The gap is 2.176 seconds at the moment. But yeah, Alex and Mark closing in together. They're still 0.2 separating them.
Yeah, because your last sprint race in MotoGP was actually in Donington's. You actually did it from Donington
Yeah, I did.
because
yes,
it was
that's right,
British
yeah.
touring cars.
Yeah, and I did the MotoGP Saturday race from there as well. And when I came out, the media guys said, "Did you enjoy that then?" with Alex winning for the first time. That was a nice one. But yeah, side by side, Digi ran the outside of Pecco Bagnaia, and that is one thing I did not expect to see. Digi on a year-old bike outclassing Bagnaia. So Bagnaia's back on the inside line of the loop and he's through, but Digi's going to get the cut back out of Aintree, down the Wellington Straight. Bagnaia knows he's there, but they're still going to go wheel to wheel, incredibly close, and through goes Bagnaia for third, but Digi goes for third, but Bagnaia can't get back, and now that's going to allow Corrado to jump back in for the bronze medal.
Alex could win this one as well, by the look of it.
He could. He very much could. 3 to go, and Mark is not pouncing yet. Then again, he very much is doing the old situation of see who wins. Once again, I miss a Q3 where it's a dramatic one, apparently. But that's what racing's for, I suppose, as the actions continue to come down. So, reminder that also it's not. Look at that. Look, nothing down at the Cops. In the grandstands, no people there. And do you know why? Because everyone's at Snetterton.
Yeah, you don't open unless you've got a need for it. You don't open those stands.
Yeah, but looking at it, I don't think any grandstands are open, are they? It's a bit lifeless here at Silverstone, which is not great to see. I do, however, know how many people are at Donington. Are at Snetterton this weekend with the British Touring Cars. Any guests like to know there? 100,000.
I mean, the most senior rider we've got in MotoGP categories is Dixon. And if he could have got up to MotoGP, I think he'd have put 20,000, 30,000 on the gate.
He's leading the Moto2 Championship, and he won here last year as well. I'll have to get back. When I eventually get back to Moto2 commentary, I'll enjoy that, but I'm sadly I don't get to do it because I don't even get to do the British 2 race tomorrow.
And we've got Scotty Ogden, who's a local lad from Doncaster.
Look, I was more surprised to find out as well about the David Malukas, who apparently spent time in Grimsby, and then we found out he lived down the street.
Yeah.
That's going to be hilarious where we live. So that's going to be fantastic. I remember as well him playing down here. I was like, oh, so that's really
Yeah,
good.
now he's in Indy 500.
It's going to be weird, that race tomorrow. Now we know more about David Malukas, the American who lived here for a while. We're going to see quickly now a move as Quattararo is under attack by Marco Bezzecchi on the Aprilia. Aprilia have found something here at Silverstone that they haven't had for a while. They've actually got race pace, and it's going to be beneficial for them tomorrow. We've got coming up to the last lap here at Silverstone in the Tissot sprint, and it is going to be Alex Marquez who has control of this race. Mark is in P2. The gap is 0.9 of a second. Even Marc Marquez can't get that gap. It looks like he's very much just settled for it, as Bezzecchi now trying to attack on Bagnaia, coming through Copse Corner. Nothing down there is coming to Maggots and Beckett's. He's going to try it. That's a brave move if he can send it on the inside. He second-guessed himself there.
Is
Oh,
it?
he's gone on the outside! He can't do it into... No, not into Chapel. Go on, hang straight maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Bagnaia, right, is it the fact that his friend Jorge Martin isn't in the thing that it doesn't give him that extra competition, the extra lift?
Because last year they were fighting each other. As I said, it was the best of the rest fighting for the title. But I agree with you there. Without Martin to push him, he's nowhere.
And it's the same with Alex Marquez. He gets that lift from his brother being there.
And that's what's put Alex back onto this momentum. He's going to retake the championship lead, actually, if he continues on. This is the last lap of the Tissot sprint, then, here in MotoGP. Alex Marquez leads, Marc Marquez second, third place for D'Antonio, Bagnaia's fourth, Bezzecchi fifth, Quattararo sixth, Zarco seventh, but he's under investigation for track limits. So is Morbidelli. So they've got warnings on their timing screen as they fly through. Mark will settle for second, says Shackwam. Sean says Bezzecchi is cooking. He really is. Pegger looked promising qualifying, but sprints continue to trouble him. And now it's even worse because Bezzecchi cuts through on the inside line down at the loop. And by the time we get to Linktree, he's way ahead and Bagnaia's down into fifth position. Backwards and backwards and backwards to the pair of them. And Zarco's going to get him now. Zarco's going to get Quattararo on the inside line to Brooklands, and Quattararo's going to have a go at Bezzecchi. Bagnaia, sorry.
Yeah, you know, if you've held your tyres and it's a cool day, then, oh wow, we had touch there.
Zarco dives up the inside line and gets ahead of Quattararo, but not without giving him a brilliant whack on the side. I'm surprised that Quattararo was able to stay on there, but it's down out of Copse Corner. Alex Marquez is coming into Maggots and Beckett, and look at this, Zarco's right at the back of Bagnaia. Surely the tyres have gone. They're on the soft front, soft rear. The Honda can do better tyre management, and he's through. Bagnaia is actually going to be caught out by Quattararo. He's going so much slower now. Sixth position looks vulnerable. Quattararo might just be able to salvage something, but Alex Marquez is down into Stowe. He's in now to the last sector to be winner for the first time this year in the sprint race. He'll be his second of the season as well, and his third ever career sprint victory. Mark is going to be in second for the first time on the road this year, with Mark actually behind him. Alex has beaten his brother out of the last corner. The checker flag will fall, and Alex Marquez wins the sprint race for the British Grand Prix. And for the first time this year, with Mark behind him in second, he beats him on the road without Mark making the error of going in the gravel at Jerez. So Bagnaia finished sixth in that one. Did you third?
Yeah, I had this feeling, not just 3 laps to go, but I had this feeling it would be Alex's day.
He's looking unstoppable as the checker flag waved. Yeah, that's not Alex Rins. What is going on with the graphics today? Alex Rins has been confused by Gunther Steiner and a member of the K-pop band, I believe, it's not BTS, is it? It could be BTS.
Yeah, but it could be called Alex Rins. I'm not very up on K-pop.
I'm not. I'll have to ask my friend. There's the results then. Alex Marquez from Mark and Digi across on the inside line. Let's confirm how they finish then as they go off air. So it is Alex Marquez, so Marc Marquez, Fabio Di Antonio, Marco Bezzecchi, Johan Zarco, Pecco Bagnaia, Fabio Quartararo, Pedro Acosta, Jack Miller, Luca Marini, Franco Morbidelli, Juan Mir, Maverick Vinales, Fernando Aguirre, Enea Bastianini, Miguel Oliveira, Aleix Espargaro, Lorenzo Salvadori, Raul Fernandez, Alex Rins, Solkan Chacha, and Brad Binder was the only one out of the race. Well, short and sweet from that one as well. To come in quickly, though, I'll ask you, Dan, what was your moments of the race? What do you think of it?
I thought I like the sprint races because I thought the last 2 or 3 laps gave us a lot better excitement than we've had in recent sprints.
I agree. It's a great sprint and
minus Jerez.
Minus it, yeah. Jerez was a bit. So, we'll be back for all the MotoGP action tomorrow. Moto 3 and Moto 2 on JB Motorsports 2, as well as warm-up, and the main British Grand Prix will be on JB Motorsports as well for all of the action. Join us there, but it's Alex Marquez, victor in the sprint.